Hi, Davi here, and today we're having an episode in the art review series, and today we're checking out the work of S-Hyo or Suhyo99 here on X or Twitter. They also have a Pixiv, so it's already linked in their bio here on the X sphere. Oh shit, this is from the Rudius anime. I'll be honest, guys, this kind of looks a little bit like AI. I'm not saying it's AI because obviously there's like a process video, but just because of how clean it is. And we have to remember, guys, that a lot of AI art is obviously based on real artwork. So let's not confuse. Like, there's actual artwork that exists that are, you know, that are in this level of dominance. Let me just open this in a new tab. What's her name again? I know the guy's name is Rudius, but she's like his first love. It's so clean too. I do like it. My stroke. Did she have a choker? Like a bell? Oh yeah, I think she did. Although I still think she's like young here. Like in the first season, because I do know there's a new season coming out. I'm not sure when, but I've seen like a clip or a trailer kind of peek, whatever. It is way older. They're way older now, and I'm very excited for it. You know, she has like they all have like this more mature look, which I'm very happy with. Anyway, I do. If you zoom in, there's not a lot of texture brushes. It feels very clean. I mean, the only main texture here is really the noise texture added into the end, and I'm noticing too everywhere else there's an RGB shift effect, right? And oftentimes for like the hair, the inside part of the hair is often glowing. It could be like an environmental thing where the light bounces from above, bounces to the ground, and then above into the hair, the inside. So maybe that's how it works. But I do like how you can exaggerate this part and you make it glow. It also helps the body in the front, sort of like that contrast helps make the body stand out even more. I do like the you call it underside reflections of the shirt. You can tell it's kind of yellow because of the sand, right? Get that. And the way she feels like wet. It's always a tricky thing. Like, how do you make a wet texture? But look at how it's manually painted in. It isn't like they painted the body first and then they added like a new layer and then made everything like transparent. I think this is all like manually done, which I think is a lot more impressive because it helps you see, like, you're focused on what's on the outside, like what makes a thing look like a thing or something. Sorry. In this case, it's sort of a mix and matching of the skin being shown and then the white part being like seeping in and out of that skin tone, and that's what leads to that wet clothing kind of look. Pretty cool. Nice sort of, what do you call this, core shadow, but also it's like that subsurface scattering effect, right? There is some line art. It's pretty thin, but it's not like done with the pen. I think it feels like painted in, right? And sometimes it disappears or it blends into the color underneath. I do like it. Very clean. I like the hair too. Look at that. Oh, kawaii. Even the water like thing in the background, pretty cool. It looks so anime. Let me see the process. I'm very interested to find out how it works. Okay, sketch first. Pencil, some flats, some under painting. Oh, they break their hair down into like multiple parts. Like the foreground, the background. They're doing the reflections, right? They're approaching it from the outside. It's not like they have a full body thing. It's they're very direct with it. With that, and again, you don't see a lot of texture brushes. It's they're using basic smooth brushes. Interesting. See, look at this guy. I'm not sure if it's like rage baiting, as there's an actual like video, but maybe it's a rage bait. Anyway, I've had a couple of comments in the past, like you showed the links of their time-lapse videos, but people still say it's AI. It's like, oh, woo. Like, how do you respond? And I get it. I've seen you point it out, because some people do comment, oh, it's actually linked in the description below that they have like actual time-lapse videos of them painting, but it's still like ignored for some reason. But anyway, look at them nice feet. Oh, Gaomon. I like their sketching style. Excuse me. It's they're using some kind of really textured pencil kind of brush thing. I like it. And I think when you have this sort of style, it blends better with paint. When you do like an ink approach, where it's kind of like this, where it's very like fine. Let me just find my pen here, my stylus, so I can pan properly. Like when you render this, it has to be a lot cleaner because you have less leeway to make mistakes because of how precise those lines are. Look at that. Oh my god, so pretty. I so lucky. I so lucky. It's one of those for those of you who don't know, it's like a black pill related song, kind of like Poster Boy. Anyway, oh, it's again, it's Rudius. The first season, the first few episodes anyway, him being like a pervert. There you go. Come on. And I'm very happy with like the likeness. They really look like the actual characters from the anime. And that's the thing about fan art. Sometimes if you veer away from it, it's sort of a 50-50, where the artist injects their own like approach or their own style, and it actually works. But sometimes if you inject too much of your individuality to like fan art, sorry, you kind of lose the closeness to the character, so it's always a tricky thing, right? But I think fan art is still like a great challenge to do, because you sort of find out what makes you, even if you're doing someone else's like, or a piece of a character that's not yours. So I do think it's a great something to try out at the very least. Look at that RGB shift effect. I can look at this. Look at these paint strokes. Very clean, very clean. I don't see a lot of like mixer brushes being used. It's very like direct. Lots of value variety going on here, right? A bit of hue. I mean, this one seems a bit green, right? But then again, it's not like that crazy. It's mostly, you see most of the range, the diverse range comes from the value of the whole thing. I like the hair. The face has a bit of like a wash look. Look at how at the bottom it's a bit lighter, and you go further top, it gets like darker. It has like a watercolor vibe to it as well. So it's like a mixture of direct painting with not much texture and some gradients or some wash like effects. And I think it's kind of a good combo. Those eyes look so, like that red dot in the middle, like it's so like attacking me. Like it's assaulting my soul in a good way. Let's look at, oh, Bad Blood LA. Okay, pencil. Okay. And then, oh shit, it's just sculpting, rendering. Let me drink some coffee here. Look at how direct they are, but you'll notice how some things pop in, pop out here and there, which means they do spend a good amount of time layering and separating like each major part, so it makes that direct painting approach a lot more comfortable. Because if you're doing everything in one layer, it's gonna be it's gonna hurt. It's gonna cause some pain. I so lucky. I'm not sure who this is. I like the look. Pencil sketch, right? Or lines. We have some ink lines, like or really small, tighter lines here for like the face and the color thing. Interesting. Let's go further. Oh, what's this? It's like a. She reminds me of that character from Solo Leveling. I haven't finished the show, but the statue guy with like the weird freaky smile. I'm very glad they're posting like the actual. Oh, this is like the base or reference photo. Interesting. Look at that. It's based on a game, I think. Let's see this one, because this one is like a character sheet, so it's multiple sketches of the same character. Pencil sketch of the same character, right? And I think these lines somewhat remain in the end. Oh no, they don't. So another layer, but they're tightening up the lines. Some flats, some shadows. It's more like cell shaded. Interesting. Some base colors and then some shadows, but that's it. It looks tight. Okay, Babel fan art Adventure Captain 1 time lapse. Interesting. Very cool. Very, very cool. Nice. So look, it's a good mix. Look at that. I want to see this one too. Oh, noise texture, RGB shift in the end. This is more like cell shade. It looks really tight and clean. I like the hands, how they're combining two fingers, and the line work is mostly on the outside part of the hand. Like you don't see any like interior lines, so it gives you that very clean look. And for the blushing, they do add this like zigzag kind of line for like the blushing part of the face. Very nice. I like it. Nice. So oh, this one, you can see more of the rougher pencil strokes. Again, you see some shapes here that's indicates like the shadow, right? But you will see, for example, for this hair, some gradients being used, or this wash like effect, right, where it goes from one value to another. It's a good combo. Same thing here for the neck of this guy. Look at how blue it is, right? It becomes warmer as you go towards the edge of that chin. This feels so cool to look at. This guy. This is more of a full scene. Yeah, the background is super tight too. I'm guessing it's like a 3D model. Interesting birds. They're like chickens. And she's like whistling. Oh, not whistling, but playing her flute. Okay, maybe she's trying to lead this flock of birds. Tweet tweet. Tweet tweet. Oh, come on. It's taking a while to load. This one's a lot more rougher, like the lines, but it works. It's powerful, right? If you look at the way it's colored underneath, that's a basic round brush, guys. Like you don't need much. You don't need much. She feels very badass. Is this Miku? I have no idea. I'm just reminded of the Miku girl just because of the two things in the hair. Braid, not braids, but the tails, the two tails. Interesting. So they're trying to catch this like what do you call this game where you try to pick something up with this like arm thing? Wait, I think this is 3D. Like this box, this arm. Anyway. That. Now this one, if you look at the line art, it's more like ink. It's not like a pencil line. But again, when you have like this approach where it's more of an inked look in regards to your line art, you have to be a bit tighter with your rendering or painting underneath, because I don't think it allows you to be as big. You gotta be precise, especially with your edges. But interesting, the fang is kind of in the bottom teeth. Pretty cool. I so lucky. Let me just see this. Goed Dam Dong Jinhee. Oh shit, it's too fast. But again, if you watch the way they painted it first, and then once they had like something going, then they added some line art. But it's like an ink line. It's very small, very obvious, and it's way darker. And then they paint on top of it, I think, or under it. Who knows? I mean, look at that. It takes a while. Okay, let me just see the. I wanna zoom in. Let me just try this. Ooh, the noise texture added in the end. RGB shift effect, but yeah, even in the end, you can see the very, like, it's thin, but it's like an ink line, way darker. But it's thin enough that it allows the painting underneath to like show itself or to show off. And also you don't see a lot of texture brushes. It's like a basic brush, but look at that, the shadows, the variety of like values. It just looks really like it has volume, right? Like it feels 3D. Look at that. So I'm gonna end the art review here. I'm gonna link this page in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next. Oh, by the way, they have a Pixip again. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.